and honey. Eating apples and honey was Zoe's favorite part of Rosh Hashanah. Every year, Mama cut up apples and put them in a bowl. Then she poured honey into another bowl. She would take an apple slice and dip it in the honey. Sayatova, Mama said, as she bit into the apple. That means Happy New Year. Mama smiled at Zoe and gave her an apple slice with honey too. This year, Zoe had something even better to look forward to. Grandpa was visiting. When Grandpa arrived, Zoe threw her arms around his neck. Sana Tova, Grandpa, she shouted, "We're eating apples and honey. Are you gonna eat some too?" Grandpa sat Zoe down and walked with her to the kitchen. "Of course," Grandpa said, "but first, I want to tell you a story." He sat at the table and pulled Zoe on his lap. "Do you know why we eat apples and honey?" Zoe giggled. "I know why," she said. "It's because they're a sweet treat for a sweet New Year." "That's right," Grandpa said, "but there is more to the story than that." Grandpa picked up an apple that had not been cut yet. "What shape is this apple?" Grandpa took Zoe's fingers and traced the apples from the top to the bottom. "A heart," Zoe said. "That's right, and hearts are symbols of love." Grandpa turned the apple slowly in his hand. "You see, Zoe, God loves us all so much, and by eating apples, we remind ourselves of how big His heart is." "Then why do we cut it up?" Zoe asked. "A whole apple won't fit in this little bowl of honey," Grandpa said. "But if we take just a little piece of it, we can more easily taste how sweet it is." Grandpa said some words in Hebrew before he gave the apples back to Mama. He told Zoe that he was thanking God for giving them apples. Then Mama cut up the apples and Grandpa took a slice and dipped it in honey. "This honey makes the apple even sweeter," he said. "So we can have a sweet New Year," Zoe said. "That's full of what?" Grandpa asked. "God's love," Zoe said. "That's right," said Grandpa. "We're asking God to help us have a sweet New Year." Grandpa gave Zoe the apple slice so she could eat it. Then he said, May it be your will, Adonai, our God, and the God of our forefathers, that you renew for us a good and sweet year." Zoe and Grandpa They ate the rest of the apples and honey together. They were the sweetest apples and honey that Zoe had ever eaten. The end.